Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Right, albums of the year again. Let's
I know.
go.
Let's just do the entire thing all over again.
So we're doing just horror specific now.
Absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. So, Happy New Year, mate.
Happy New Year, bud.
There we go.
Cheers.
Oh.
Come on, bad luck not to drink. I don't
So
know
we
if that's
just
true, but...
Okay.
Oh, you disgusting bastard. ASMR for you.
So, hello. Welcome to 2022. Happy New Year. This is another quick, speedy episode.
Quick, weird episode from us.
Quick, weird episode.
But there's reason for it.
Absolutely. We are essentially going to talk through what to expect from us at an Earful podcast over 2022. We sort of have a network, but we don't at the same time, which can be a bit confusing. So I think it's time for us to kind of explain how it works.
We've got like multiple podcasts on one audio feed. We'll explain that and kind of clarify it a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Or attempt to.
To our best.
To our best, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, here's what's going through our minds and why we're doing this.
It's going to be that picture of Bart Simpson with the cake that says, at least you tried. That's going to be us after this episode. All right, so...
I'm making that meme.
Absolutely. But just from my face.
Yeah.
That can go on the screen now. So just to jump into it then, let's talk about an Earful podcast then. So an Earful podcast is obviously the original episodes we were doing.
The interviews.
Which was the interviews with artists and creatives. Which started not on this table, but it started in...
Oh no, it started on this table.
We're saying it started on this table?
I think, yeah, we'll say
okay, we'll work with that then. So just to give you the update then, so an Earful podcast is me and my Ashton, who unfortunately can't be here at the moment due to having COVID, so wishing them all the best. Thanks, Mike, for not being here, allowing me to explain this. So essentially me and Matty talk to artists about the creative process whilst whether that be releasing new albums, whether it be revisiting albums from the past, and everything else in between, really, along with pet peeves and what's your favourite scary movie, which has been our staples throughout.
Trying to maintain horror while every guest is a music guest.
Do you like horror? Not really.
No.
We'll work with it. It's fine. Right. Well, actually, why? Why don't you like horror? So what's going to be different about 2022, is not much.
Fuck off.
Not much at all.
Hey guys, here's what's new. Absolutely nothing. Thanks for wasting your time.
No, so let me expand on that. So we're going to be releasing the fortnight episodes with a new guest, but instead this time we're going to try and release more bonus episodes, which is like shorter interviews with artists.
Yeah.
Whether that be smaller, like more undiscovered artists that haven't really got the spectrum to some of them, but we've had typically on the podcast, just to kind of give a bit more exposure on that. So expect a lot more content when it comes to like actual and Earful episodes with actual bands. Should we move on to the next bit?
Yeah, well, so we should say as well, so Ryan's podcast that you've already listened to, or you should have, obviously kind of just stopped, and that's because Ryan's had a podcast, had it all pre-recorded, and then got busy with touring because he started driving bands around on tour. So what we've decided to do is Silver Screen Unseen's still going to be there. It's just going to be seasonal, so some bulk recordings, and then you'll still see Ryan, don't worry. Even the sporadic gaps in between, he's going to pop up on stuff, and you'll find out why in a minute.
Absolutely. It just basically means that you're still going to get Silver Screen episodes. It just means that you'll get...
We've not got to be regular and go, shit, no Silver Screen today, guys.
Yeah, and it kind of just works a bit easier around Ryan's schedule, and it means that you then get X amount of consistent episodes from Ryan, and then we go back to bulking up again and banking for the next season. It just makes it a lot easier, and it's a lot easier on Ryan as well.
Yeah, for sure.
In regards to that. So...
Right.
The big bit.
The big bit, right. I obviously stopped doing interviews on episode 50, was it?
Yeah, episode 50.
Was it 50 or 52?
50.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, it's 50.
Ash Boy was the big 5-0.
Okay, all right. And that's because, one, I didn't think it took 3 friends to ask music guests, how did you write this album? Sick. And I just kind of wasn't enjoying it and shitting myself before every single episode with anxiousness and like, why am I doing this? No one wants to see me talk on the internet.
No, don't be daft.
No. So, yeah, went away, thought I'd make another podcast under an earful. And I was like, oh, it can be about music. Well, that's a dumb fucking idea because we already do that. So, yeah, I realised when we did Horror Fest this year, I'm much happier doing horror. And I kind of shine on it, like where I'm like, yeah, this is my fucking jam, let's go.
Yeah.
I think that shows if you watch any of the horror fests. And we say we're a horror podcast, but we're not. So
apart from like the odd dabbling and obviously
we've started
the
like,
mighty Horror Fest,
the mighty
which we should really
Horror
give credit
Fest.
to. That is your child.
That's my baby. Yeah.
Every year it is always that you're at the helm of that kind of directing where it needs to go.
100%. Yeah.
Thank God.
It's a mess.
Cause
it's a mess every year.
Yeah.
But you know, yeah. Good God. Flashbacks. Anyway, back on track of what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's going to be a new show under the audio feed that you subscribe to,
Which is called...
I'm getting to it. All right. It's called When a Podcast Calls. Now, if you're going to abbreviate it, please do WPC and not WAPC, because I'm just going to read it as Wet Ass Pussy Cunt. That's... My podcast called Wet Ass Pussy Cunt.
Stop it.
No. So When a Podcast Calls, it's going to be a horror variety podcast. So all the reactions you've seen us do on our YouTube channel already, reviews, they're all going to fall under When a Podcast Calls. Calls? Yeah. Struggling here because Wet Ass Pussy Cunt.
Stop it. Trying to keep a straight face on this.
Here. Definitely demonetized. Anyway, so it's a variety show. It's not just going to be me. Everyone's going to jump in and out depending on their availability, but you'll see me regularly on it. It's variety, so we're going to do reactions and reviews of horrors. I'm going to get some arguments with people in there. That's going to be fun.
Yep.
I'm going to do at least a monthly review of a Shudder film. So if you've got any films on Shudder to suggest me, throw them my way on Twitter or under an earful. We're not going to make any new socials. It's all still under an earful. What else? I'm going to leave it at that as like the other shows, but I've got plenty of styles of shows planned.
Yeah.
In terms of how consistent this is going to come out, I don't know. Definitely at least once a month so far, but the first episode we're going to react to Scream, which is out in a couple of days.
Absolutely.
So, and then we'll do a review of that.
Yeah.
So my issue is because we have horror films coming up all the time. I'm like, oh, I got to get on that now. So I can't really say it's going to be so many, but at least once every 2 weeks, I'll go the opposite of the interviews.
Yeah.
So it feels not as shoving it down your throat kind of thing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, what we'll do is like the lead up to Leatherface, the lead up to the new Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
We're going to do podcasts going through them one by one. Lunn's not seen a few horror films where I'm like, how have you not seen that? I've not seen a few horror films where Matty's like, how have you not seen that? We're going to show Matty some comedy because he needs to have a life and take a break. But yeah, I think Matty will definitely be jumping on a lot. I'm grabbing you for a lot of it, and Ryan as well. We're all horror fans.
So it's very much like a communal effort, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
But obviously you are the epicenter of...
I'll be planning it all. And hopefully from that, Horror Fest will be more organised this year because I'll have bulk recorded and we'll just have it sat there. It's just getting us all available. But I have the list for that done. Don't worry.
Oh, it was done last year.
It was.
I'm pretty sure I had like minimal involvement, but I'm quite happy I had minimal involvement.
I'll switch some out, but yeah. But that's the big announcement, isn't it? Is the new horror podcast. I'm going to try and make good, and if it's shit, tell me. To everyone there, yeah. Yeah, asking for hate on the internet, that's a good idea.
Hell yeah. All right, so just in a nutshell then. So what to expect from the normal and Earful episodes is we're going to be continuing to do the fortnightly schedule with the intention of releasing more bonus episodes with smaller interviews with other bands. Silver Screen is going to be seasonal from going forward, just to make it a bit easier on Ryan's touring schedules. So basically it means that you'll get a bulk seasons as opposed to here, there, and everywhere episodes. So
like the existing Silver Screens that are out now, that's season 1.
Yeah.
I'll change that by the time this is released, so you won't even know.
No. It's already gone.
It's happened.
And then when a podcast calls, when the first episode is out.
Technically, there's already some episodes out. You know, because I'm going to go back and be like, whoa, when a podcast calls. Ha, that's mine, Lunn.
It's mine.
Got you.
Mine.
Anything with horror. But yeah, the first one where you'll hear like the theme and stuff, that's going to be probably the 15th, the day after Scream comes out, our review of Scream. And then we're going to do a Scream 5 review with spoilers. That'll be the Monday.
Yeah.
And then I got some plans. It was going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited.
I'm really excited for you. I'm super excited to see you back on podcasts.
Yeah, same. It's nice. It's nice to be here and do this. The albums of the year, I was like, what the fuck is this? I got to sit in front of a camera.
I know, right?
All right, I'll do it. You know.
He's not even done this.
I mean, when I did go, I didn't disappear fully. I was still editing everything and planning.
You were producer Pearson for a bit.
Yeah. And I did have a full podcast laid out, recorded a few episodes, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it. But this one I'm really down for, so...
Remember that you going, not feeling this anymore. Like, what do you mean you're not feeling this anymore?
You've not even started this. Nah, it's not for me, Lunn.
Delete. It was gone.
That might come back in the future, but we'll see. But yeah, horror podcast. So you can call us a horror podcast now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're officially a music and horror podcast.
Yes, sir.
Apart from saying, what's your favourite scary movie?
You can still say that. I'll allow it.
I'm still going to still say it.
I'll allow it. It's okay.
But yeah.
But otherwise than that,
that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far and to hear us ramble in front of a table full of horror vinyls. If you haven't already, follow us on the socials at An Earful Podcast. We will see everything to do with When a Podcast Calls, Silver Screen, and the original An Earful Podcast episodes. But yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks.
Bye.